Nope. We don't.
No countdown today. We'll be late. Tur.
No. Sorry. Hey guys, it's Micah for Sepulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sepulpa.
Oh yeah, deep apology, guys. Oh, no,
Guys,
my ice.
Micah climbed over a fence this morning.
Yep, big
And
time.
I took pictures.
Did you really? Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be pretty great.
Okay, so today has been the Monday of Wednesdays that we've had. And it was supposed to be a great morning. It is my good friend Lucy's birthday today. She is the big 2'9".
I know. It's crazy.
So young. Or to be young again. I bet when you get up in the morning, your back doesn't hurt, or like your knees don't hurt. Well, yeah, you had a big car wreck.
I had a big car wreck.
Yeah.
So it aged my body about 20 years.
So you're older than me, body-wise.
Probably. For sure.
All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. Next time you call me old, I'm going to bring that out.
Be like, at least my back's not broke. You can say that.
At least my back's not broke. I like that. So it was supposed to be a good day. It's her birthday.
It's going to be a great day. It's still a great day.
It's fine, but it's got off to such a weird start. And so...
I honestly thought you were playing a joke on me.
A birthday joke or something,
morning,
maybe?
When you were like, we're going to have to postpone. I thought you were trying to get me to the Free Coffee Friday because I said I would be there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Mike is definitely trying to get me to go downtown early.
Yeah, no, that wasn't true. I wish that I had been that kind-hearted about it. But actually, her and I were running around doing our shenanigans and it ended up being so late that we missed the Free Coffee Friday.
Yeah,
on
the whole
Wednesday.
thing.
So really sorry about that. Stacy and Jeff, if you're watching, really sorry that we couldn't make it down there. You're about to find out why. So for those of you who are tuning in and wanting to know what the heck's going on, here's what happened. Yesterday was the first practice for my son's baseball team, of which I am the head coach now. And actually, I saw Hudson and Homer were down there yesterday. Were you down there?
I was there.
Okay, I just didn't see you. Okay. And so baseball practice is going on yesterday evening. And then I took off my jacket that had my car keys in it and left it at the
My question is, how
field.
did you get home?
My
Was
wife
Julia
drove
there?
us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Julia drove us in her car, and then so that's why I didn't. Otherwise, if we still just had the one car, this wouldn't have happened because
yep.
I would have been forced to find my jacket and my keys. But anyway, I get home, go the whole night, not realizing I don't have my jacket or keys at all. This morning, I am scrambling to try and get out the door because I've got to do some shopping before the show, and I want to get to the show and everything, and can't find it anywhere. I'm looking in the garage, tearing the house upside down, trying to find my keys, calling my wife. She doesn't have them in her car, thinking, I think I left my jacket at the ball field. I texted Misty and said, did anybody turn my jacket in? She said no. And I put my ring of friends to good use here. And I called up my friend Mallory, who works at the Salvation Army, and said, hey, could you do me a huge favor? Can you just see if my jacket is over there? And I had forgotten, they lock those gates now.
Yep.
And they have like an inside fence gate that keeps you from getting into the compound. And so she leaves her car on the side of the road, goes over there to go check this thing out. She said, I think I can see your jacket, but I can't get to it. And I said, okay. And then while she's doing that, the cops pulled up behind her car because they think that her car has been abandoned now. And so she has to go explain to them, no, I left my car running and I'm just checking to see if a friend left a jacket in there. So that happened. And then she had to let me go so she could talk to the cops and keep from getting arrested or something. And so then I called Lucy and said, hey, Lucy, how about for your birthday you come and pick me up and take me to the to the ball field?
Yep.
And so she did. And we get there and I have to hop the fence to go get my jacket. And y'all, I'm 40, okay, and I don't bend the way I used to. And I climbed this fence and I almost fell off of it twice. And then when I finally got over it, I hit the ground and the gate swung wide open.
That was probably the best part.
I have to imagine, what were you doing in your car? Were you like,
Well, I wasn't
you laughing
actually in
your
my
head
car.
off?
I was outside the car because I was taking pictures of you climbing the fence.
okay?
And you hit the ground and the gates opened. I lost it. I laughed so hard. It's hilarious.
Well, and so I didn't hear it or anything, but I was just focused on getting my jacket. So I made it all the way down there and back and saw the gate standing open. And my first thought was, did I just climb the fence when the gate was already wide open, not thinking about it? And I was like, no, I know it was closed because I saw it. I saw the lock and everything.
Yep.
And well, it turned out it had been like, the chain had been wrapped, but it wasn't locked. So my jostling of my 40-year-old body hopping over this 9-foot tall fence shook the thing loose and it swung open.
It was awesome.
So I closed it. Lucy brought me back home, got my car, came back, went to Free Coffee Friday, found out that we missed that, and then sat there and wallowed in my misery until we came over here to get ready for the show,
Yep.
where I'm now enjoying a Red Bull mixer over here. So that's the story of why we're late.
It
Sorry,
was
guys.
hilarious. It was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So, anyway, that is the start of how the day's going. I hope your day is going well. One piece of good news I think that we've got a really great event to talk about a little later on. That's going to be awesome. But as I was walking over here, it looks like they are just about done with this construction over here. It
Yep.
looks like they're pouring the last of the concrete.
They're pouring less of the concrete, and then they will let it set for a couple days with the 2 warm days we have coming. Like we've got 80 today and like 86 tomorrow.
Dang,
But then we go to
summertime.
60s.
What?
60s this weekend.
Stupid March.
Crazy. So these 2 days may dry the concrete. If they do, then that'll be open completely. If not, we'll have it's like 3 days, I think.
You
with
think
as
so?
thick as that
Like
concrete
by the weekend,
is.
probably?
Mhm.
Okay. That'd be
So-
great. Because I know Sugar Llamas has been putting all kinds of stuff out on Facebook. Like, hey guys, we're still open. Here's how to get here.
Yep.
And all of this stuff. And I
The
know, like,
llamas are visiting. Have you seen the llamas visiting?
yeah, the llama with all the little llamas.
Yep. It's awesome.
It
It's
is
great.
awesome. So, but they are definitely ready for that road to be open. And I'm thrilled that it's all getting done before spring break.
Yep.
Because that kind of kicks off the traveling season here, and it's going to be awesome. So,
It'll be done.
Yep. So speaking of city projects and things, keeping an eye on things, you guys might have seen the Facebook post where people were complaining about the light at the intersection of Main and Bryan. And I don't know if there's something going on with that light there or if it's just people trying to get to where they need to go. But somebody had it on video of like a good 2 or 3 cars just completely blowing that light.
Yeah.
And so they were saying, hey, can we start getting some more police presence here? And wouldn't you know it, the Sapulpa police responded and they actually said they're going to park a car down there, at least for a
Perfect.
little while.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ticket
And,
time.
right, exactly. So just to say they will listen to you if you're nice about it and you don't
Yeah.
be
No.
a jerk.
They're always receptive to what we have to say or what the community has to say, as long as you are respectful and all those things. But I learned on this Monday, actually, after our show, that we have a new police officer, which I say new, but I think he's been here a couple years. But to my knowledge, he's a newer police officer. He's actually not from Sapulpa, but he
Okay.
came to Sapulpa because his dream was to be a police officer. And so he writes the most tickets, and he's hot on the ticket press this last month. So
So he will get you.
he will get
if
you,
you're speeding
especially
or
now that
whatever.
he knows about the Bryan situation. I bet that's who's there.
Yeah. You might be a ticket happy. Hey,
Yep.
whatever it takes,
So-
man. Frankly, I'm glad. You know, I remember when there was a light there and there was no like yellow blinking left turn
Oh,
signal and
yes.
stuff. And that was turning left at Bryan was so awful. So I'm actually thrilled to have it. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, we've got the protected left turn and everything there now. So don't be screwing it up for the rest of us, guys.
Right.
Jeez.
And you only get a ticket if you're doing bad things. So
That's true. Usually. It's usually the case. Okay, so that's that. We need to talk about something that happened 100 years ago in Sapulpa for our history nugget of the day. I
Ain't
got
remembered.
It's going to be great. The story for this is going to be coming out at 12:30, so just over an hour now. So be looking for it on SapulpaTimes.com, but I'll give you a snippet of it. So are you familiar, anybody who's watching this who's part of our Do You Remember Sapulpa group might remember this store called Katz Department Store? Have you ever heard of it? I mean, it was gone long
No.
before you and I were born, I believe. But anyway, it was like a department store. And you know, back in the day, towns like ours that had the bulk of the e-commerce and business and stuff happening downtown, that's where the department stores were. We had a J.C. Penney, we had like your Otasco, your Oklahoma Tire Supply, your Dollar General, all of those things were more centrally located downtown because it was
Okay.
kind of before the suburban flight and everything took hold. But yeah, you didn't know that we had a J.C. Penney in here in
No.
downtown? Yeah, it's actually where Tatanka Trading Post is.
Okay.
Yep. Up until they changed the frame there, you could still see the lettering of J.C. Penney under the awning there. I might have a
Really?
picture of that, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to show that
So
to
we
you.
have
Anyway,
JCPenney, Hallmark.
yeah,
This was the place to be.
it is. And it's getting to be that again.
It is.
But anyway, this Cat's department store thing was really cool because they were doing a fashion show, and at the same time, they were also doing a car show. We also used to have a bunch of car dealers in town. And what I thought was fascinating
Which
about
we
this.
still do.
w-
We still have a bunch.
In town?
Yeah.
Like this was like back when we had like literally on Main Street had car dealers like the new ones, new Buicks and not like your used car
Oh, we've got
dealership.
used car dealerships.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're talking like these are the brand new Dodge, brand new Fords and stuff over on Main Street or here on Dewey. This is 100 years ago, 1924. So try and think about
Were
that
you
time
alive?
period that we are. No, I wasn't alive. God, Lucy. But I would have liked to have been. It would have been cool to see.
Yeah.
But so we had those things going on, and what was neat to me was at the time they were showing the latest and greatest of the cars and the automobiles, right? That's what this car show was for. And it occurred to me that if we were to do a car show right now, it would be the same cars. Only now they're classic cars, and that's why we do car shows, is to show all the old, really cool
Oh,
cars.
yeah.
And it'd be the same. And so here it is 100 years apart, and we're still showing the same cars that we were showing 100 years ago. So I thought that was funny. And then there's another thing in there about, in the story about the band. They were doing a big band booster, and there was this famous band that came along called Jimmy Wilson and the Catfish String Band. And I bet you probably never heard of them, but they
Nope.
were a hot band back in the big radio days. This is before television, and they started in Sapulpa, and they were a big deal on the radio. And so anyway, all of the stories coming out in about an hour, be looking for it, but it's really neat to look at the similarities and differences between what's happened 100 years ago and what's happened today. So
That's pretty cool.
it is. Did you get any of that? I felt like it was kind of all over the place, but
It was a little all over the place, but it's okay.
You know how I am.
Sapulpa was great. It had great things. It's coming back. We used to have a car show. We still have a car show,
Yep.
and we still display the same cars. Only now they're classic, and people don't actually drive them all the time. Recap of Micah's jabber.
Yeah, thanks for the TLDR there. Okay, we got a business opening up on Saturday.
Goodness.
We got to
Yes.
talk about.
Okay. If you have children, or children in your family, or someone you know has kids, the best place to buy kids' clothing is coming to Sapulpa. So, they've been in Sapulpa. They have actually been a vendor in Route 66 Vintage Market for a couple of years. The company started and sold their merchandise in Isabella's, and then the company actually changed hands and became a vendor at Route 66. The new owner is now opening her very own storefront boutique. We have Frilly Flamingos on Dewey Street. They are opening on Saturday. They will have the Easter Bunny. They will have, she said, some snacks and different things, and a nice little blowout business opening. So, super fantastic. I can't wait.
Me neither.
I was in there today, and
Oh, you were in there today?
I was in there today.
Aw.
We missed Free Coffee
Sure.
Friday, so I walked
So
on
you
over there
did.
and
I
knocked
saw
on the
her
door.
at the coffee shop. Okay.
Yep. So
Man.
they're gonna have a little chieftain corner, which some of the things she's ordered in, but most of the shirts in the chieftain corner she's created. So there's, onesies up to, I think she goes to like 5 or 6, like size 5, 6. So she's got chieftain wear, she's got a boys corner, she's got birthday stuff where you can get like little birthday hats. Because I know when Hudson was little, I took his birthday pictures like half a year, all that stuff,
Yeah.
16 months. And she has all of that. She's got cute little hats.
Awesome.
She's got little boards that says like "Welcome to the World," binkies,
So we got a
So
real live baby
fun.
clothing store now.
A
Okay.
real life baby
Now,
clothing
now
store.
you mentioned, did you say that the Easter Bunny is going to be there?
I did.
Okay. So, and then also we're doing the ribbon cutting at 10 o'clock that morning.
Yes.
So if you can be there to be a part of this ribbon cutting, we would love to have you there. We're always glad to get a big crowd for a ribbon cutting because it makes the business owners feel good. It makes the chamber look good.
It does.
It's just fun. And
Welcoming these businesses to Sepulpa and showing them that like we support them and that we want to love on them, and all those things.
Yes,
So.
and you already know who this person is, Amy
Barnes?
Anderson Barnes, right?
Yes.
Who owns the Okie Kids Inflatables. A lot of you guys know them because they ran the igloos at the Christmas shoot the last 2
Yes.
years. And so you guys are already familiar with their work. You know that they do great work. And if you bought Philly Flamingos over at Vintage Market, then, so anyway, be sure to come and support them. This new store, is this 116 East Dewey, I think, is the address for
Yes.
it? So it's the former building where Amber Marie was, right across the street from the Crossroads Cookery, right across the alley from CTX Coffee. It's going to be a great time. Saturday, so no reason that you can't make it because of work or something. So go ahead and get up and come celebrate with us there. Bring the kids. They're giving away swag bags, I believe. The first 20 shoppers receive a swag bag. They've got mystery grab bags that I think you mentioned. And they're going to have complimentary refreshments as well while it lasts. So
They will also be doing a free bow with every $25
That's
purchase.
right.
So
it's going to be a lot of fun.
it's gonna be fun. And while we're talking about ribbon cuttings, we can't forget that tomorrow we are cutting the ribbon in the alley to open up Herald Square.
Oh, yay. I forgot about
Plaza.
that. Okay.
Whatever we want to call it. I still don't know the official name, but it's the alley with the 74066 in it. So we will cut the ribbon at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. We will have yard games and different things that will be brought by the Parks Department, and we are going to have Andy's Tacos over there. So if you want to come out and get some tacos and hang out, we would love to have you. We will have our city manager, Joan, and we will have our economic development director, Mark Lawson, Mike Russell, our project manager, and you can come out and talk to everyone and got any questions. Now's your time. They'll all be in one place that's not City Hall and have no meetings because it's 5 o'clock. So come out and hang out with us and
that's
get some
at 5
tacos.
o'clock?
At 5 o'clock.
Okay. I got to make sure I'm there. I'll be there. I got to take the picture. So
Be there
do the
or
video.
be square.
Okay, awesome. All right, you ready for your dad joke?
I'm ready. I hope it's good.
It's not.
It's my birthday, so it's gotta be really good.
It's not. No, it's my gift to our audience. Actually, is what I'm doing this time.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody's pretty familiar with the joke that says, "How many blank does it take to screw in a light bulb?"
Yes.
Like how many? Do you have a favorite of those, by the way?
No, but every time I hear that, I always think of like how many licks does it take to get this in a lollipop?
Yeah,
And
it's
like
kinda the same.
1, 2.
See, you're not that young. If you know that commercial.
I'm 29.
Yeah. So you're old enough to remember that Tootsie Pop commercial.
Yep.
But so like I've got a few of them. Like one of my favorites is because this is from my wife because she's Polish, and so how many Polish or Polacks or however they say it does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1 to hold the bulb, and 4 to turn the ladder. Because they do everything the hard way.
Okay.
And then there's like, how many Irishmen does it take to screw in a light bulb? It's 1 to hold the bulb and 4 to drink until the room spins.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyway,
Okay.
so my thing is, I wanted to put this out to you guys. So if you're watching, leave us a comment saying your favorite response to that joke, basically.
Okay.
A lot of people either say the Irish or there's even like one for like Jewish moms or something like that. So I want to hear all the best responses to how many blank does it take to screw in a light bulb, and we might end up using them on the show. So it's going to be a good time.
Okay.
I want to do that for today's episode, and it kind of lets me out of the having
Oh,
to do a
I've
joke.
heard the like how many Hispanics does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Okay, how many?
One. I have heard that one.
That's a good one. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit scared there. That
What was I was gonna say?
I was, yeah.
No.
Because we didn't prep it ahead of time.
No.
Okay, now that we're done talking about racist things, I'm going to scoot it over to the Bible verse of the day, the most appropriate thing. This is from John 14:6, and it says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." And when you think about it, that is really, it's probably the most important verse in the entire Bible, because it is the whole epitome of everything that Jesus represents. And what he is our bridge back to God, and there is no other way but Jesus. So whatever you're trying to do in life, if you're trying to make your way to God through living a good life, doing all the right things, but you're trying to do it outside of Jesus, it's just not going to work, guys. So anyway, just want to encourage you guys with that. Hope you have a great Wednesday. We're going to try and get things back on track here and make the rest of it more productive. If you haven't already, be sure to say happy birthday to Lucy and wish her well as she enjoys her last year in her 20s. And then we will kick it off again. We'll be back on Friday for a real Free Coffee Friday that we're not going to miss this time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remember my keys and all of that good stuff. So we'll
Yeah.
see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. We talk about all things happening in the town that we love. We'll see you later.
Bye.